taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, let's go on to our first preview, and this first preview is probably one of the most worthless trilogies ever, probably since the days of Winky and Bronco McCart and Hopkins and Robert Allen.
Yeah, I don't know. We've had a lot of useless trilogies. I'm not about to go through all the useless ones, but we'll just add this.
But yeah, it's up there. He said Hopkins, Robert Allen,
like
Winky and Bronco McCart.
Yeah, like
Holyfield Ruiz.
Yeah. I mean,
Holyfield Ruiz gets hated on a little too much, but I don't think it's worse because the first fight wasn't bad.
No,
Ruiz got robbed.
But like
the third fight killed that trilogy, though.
Yeah, there was no need for a third one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but there was no use for like Hopkins versus Robert Allen. There was no use for a trilogy. Like the first fight, it was whatever. The second fight, Hopkins actually knocked this dude out, and then the rematch is like late into the title reign, and all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck is Robert Allen doing fighting Hopkins for his middleweight title again, and had the nerve to go the distance. Ugh.
I think he had beat Tito Mendoza for the opportunity to fight Hopkins again.
Yeah, but it was just like I was like, no, like absolutely not, like that's the, you know, and of course Bronco McCart Winky's like the less said about that shit, the better.
Yeah,
you know, but yeah, this one it's up there. Of course, we're talking about Tyson Fury and Dereck Chisora 3. I mean, most people don't. If most people haven't, if you're not aware of, they fought, you know, like well into like early in their careers. The first one is the one that you could say was competitive. You know, I mean, Chisora did give a good account of himself.
Because they was both young prospects. Like, you know, they were supposed to give us the fight they gave us the first time.
Right.
It's the second fight that really kind of showed you.
There was levels, yeah.
There's levels, and that we should never see a third fight unless Chisora does some crazy shit like knock out Dylan White, Joseph Parker, Wilder, whoever the fuck. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and he said how he got this fight was just barely edging, and I do mean barely edging fucking Pulev in a rematch. Because Pulev,
see what I'm saying? And this is why they fuck up boxing, when they don't give these guys the wins that they deserve, and then they try to milk them later on, and it's just like it don't work. Like, if Chisora needed to win that Parker fight the first fucking time, whole career change is different after that. I don't care if, you know, you throw him a Joshua fight or a Fury fight or this fight after that, but all of this, and then it's to the point, you know, y'all milk him to the point where he barely wins against Pulev, and then it's like, all right, Tyson Fury, here you go. Like,
yeah, like I mean, Usyk fight for Chisora was a good look because he gave Usyk a hard time, and then if he had gotten the Parker win in the first fight, then I'm like, okay, you know, this might be
because he's earned it. Then
that's like a last hurrah type of deal. And then, but in the Chisora fight, I mean, but in the Parker rematch, you know, Parker won.
But it was a good fight. He still
fight.
gave a good account though, because that was low key one of the better fights at the end of the year. Because we was like, that was a borderline fight of the year for heavy.
It was.
That's a damn good fight. Yeah. So it's like we not trying to shit on Chisora. It's just, it's like, it's just the fight itself. Like,
yeah.
And I don't. It's just a horrible fight. Fuck it.
Yeah, like, and you know, like Fury. I mean, we know Fury's issues. I mean, after the Wilder fight, you know, dude has been kind of, you know, on his little tour. I mean, he did fight his man though in White, and you know, in a horrible fight, but he won it. It only took him 5 rounds to get rid of him. And then obviously, you know, Fury was doing all the fake outs, like, you know, calling out Joshua and trying to make the fight with, you know, Joshua, knowing damn well that probably was not going to happen, and then spinning it as Joshua didn't sign no contract, this, that, and the third, and then so yeah, I'm gonna fight Chisora next, you know, since he has no Mando to take care of, you know, and it's like, you know, and I mean, and this is where it just looks bad because we all know what it's a cash grab for Chisora. Like, you know, Fury and Chisora have respect for each other. That's why even in this fucking build up, like you haven't seen any of them do anything negative.
Yeah, and like I was surprised, like, you know, that when Chisora versus the Pulev fight, I was like I didn't realize how much the UK, the crowd loves him. I mean, they're passionate about boxing, so it's like it's weird, you know. That's like fucking, no offense, it's like Gabe Rosado getting like fucking crazy crowd.
UK loves what we call the quote the lovable loser. Like, you know, as long as you give it effort. You know,
he does give it effort. I mean, he beat Pulev. That was a good. See, I think that was another good heavyweight fight, actually.
It was a good fight, but it wasn't the fight that makes me say, "Hey, you know, let's go fight."
Tyson Fury.
No, definitely not. I mean, Chisora could be built up. I mean, you know,
that's what I'm talking about. They had him built up, but they didn't give him the decision.
You think Wardy would have a chance against Chisora? No, probably not.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just like Chisora would have, you know, because right now Chisora is very beatable right now. So for have him continue and Pulev itself is not a spring chicken, and those two were struggling in that fight because it was so like you know, it's like, you know, it was basically the fight where, you know, once they were attempting to box, but their bodies were like couldn't really do it because the age and the conditioning was like it was an ugly fight that Chisora, you know, just managed to tough it out over Pulev, and it's like Pulev should have been like bodied, although Pulev got hit a lot by Chisora, but it was just like,
man, that fight was like watching two grandpas. Like, come on now, like nobody asked for this, and nobody's asking for this either. So it's like there's nobody that wants or asks for this fight. Like, I don't even want to give that much attention.
No, a whole country or whatever you want to call UK, Britain, they want. I mean, they're gonna be.
These people are idiots. Like, come on, man. Like,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with rooting for the fan-friendly guys. And because honestly, that's a good thing over there because it gives these guys careers.
Bruh, this does nothing for the heavyweight division. Like I'm trying to advance this already. And
of course it doesn't. Like I'm just saying in general, like this fight is still trash. There's nothing redeemable about this fight at all. I'm just saying I don't have nothing wrong with people rooting for the likes of guys like Chisora and the Gabe Rosados and all of that because, you know, you want the elite guys that have their heart, but you don't always get an elite guy with their heart. That's the difference.
Right.
If Mikey Garcia had Chisora's heart, he'd still be boxing, and he would not have lost to fucking goddamn Sandor Martin. He would have respectfully earned himself a draw.
Yeah. But
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was just, but yeah, it's just this fight. It's just like we all know what it is, and then add to the fact that Tyson Fury, due to his, you know, certain connections, currently cannot fight in the United States for the time being. So it's like, yeah, he has to. I mean, he can fight anywhere else, but I think, but anywhere except America. So it's like, and he's pretty much the man of the division. So it's like, hey, you know what? Let me just get Chisora, get this fight in. It's a trash fight, but at least Fury is actually getting his second fight in for the year, and it wasn't like he's only fought like 4.5 months ago, give or take. So it is what it is, and I mean we all think Fury is going to knock dude out at some point. Yeah. I mean, hopefully it doesn't take as long as like in the second. The second fight was like a slow beatdown. Fury was beating the shit out of him, and Chisora was just too tough for his own good. This one should not last. Like probably no more than.
I feel like Chisora got more of a career momentum surge now than in the second fight.
Right. Yeah, but age is set on Chisora. Chisora is not what he used to be. He's too many hard fights. You know, the age, like, you know, like he should be, like, you know, like this fight should be it. Now, if the boxing gods, however, would see favor to actually, actually make him win the fight, of course they'll throw the whole division into chaos. Chisora actually winning that title.
A lot of people want Fury to lose. A lot of people I hear it all the time. Yeah, can't wait to Fury.
Well, yeah, because Fury's not. I mean, I'm not a fan of Fury. I've never been a fan of Fury.
He's got skills, but this is kind of.
And truthfully, this is the type of fight that he should actually. I would want those because he had the audacity to make such a fight. Like, he should lose this fight. If he loses this fight, I'm gonna laugh. It'll be the biggest upset of the year if he loses, like legitimately. You know,
this would be the bigger. Yeah, this would be a huge upset. I mean, no, heavyweight upset would be Ruiz, Joshua's probably a little bigger, right? No, I mean, what would be bigger?
No. Ruiz was a better fighter at that point.
Exactly.
Chisora is at this.
This would be a big.
If this President Chisora finds some way to beat Tyson Fury, it will probably be one of the biggest upsets of the last 20-something years.
Yeah, it would surpass.
It would be a bigger upset than Ruiz Joshua.
Yeah, Ruiz Joshua.
Don't
undermine Ruiz Joshua was the biggest heavyweight upset since Bo.
No, it wasn't an upset. I mean,
it was an upset, but it wasn't the biggest one.
It wasn't the biggest,
but it was like the biggest in the heavyweight division, like 20 years.
20 years? Hell no. Corey Sanders, Vladimir Klitschko was a bigger upset.
Yeah, that was a bigger fucking upset.
Yes, Ruiz had a better shot. Like
Ruiz, because I was because remember
we even said it on here. Like
I've always put respect on Ruiz's name, so I knew like Ruiz was like Ruiz. The only thing that held Ruiz back was his conditioning. It wasn't like he couldn't fight. Ruiz could fight his ass off, but his conditioning.
Rahman Lennox was a bigger upset. Like.
Yeah, like Rockman, Lennox. Yeah, there were other bigger options.
Facts.
You know, but Chisora beating Fury would be a huge upset, a huge upset. Because Chisora really has only a puncher's chance of actually doing it. You know, I mean,
that would be wild. I mean, I'm not, he was thrown against Pulev. I mean, I know Pulev's not a Fury, but. He he was throwing shots. I mean, Fury's been dropped by Cunningham.
Well, yeah, I mean, Fury's been but Fury still has his recovery powers, but then like I said, there's a level of separation between these two to when they were somewhere in their primes, and Fury's still in his prime. Chisora is faded. Like this fight shouldn't go more than 5 rounds, 6 maybe. But other than that, it's just either that or someone is interested in having Chisora be his own star of his own torture porn in the ring. So that's pretty much what it is. But yeah, shame. I can't say shame on Eddie because Eddie has no part of this. This is all Frank Warren and Bob Arum. And fucking Bob Arum said this fight wasn't going to happen when this shit was starting to be talked about. Well, guess that was a lie. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I'm thankful. I'm still, as much as I hate this fight, I'm still glad Manuel Char didn't get the fight.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Manuel Char.
Yeah. I gotta co-sign that.
Because
if it would have been Manuel Char, it's like you'd maybe just say bring in Logan Paul at this point.
Right? Exactly.
Somebody.
But yeah, this was. Yeah, Fury needs to Fury should just get rid of Dude in a brutal knockout. Chisora should retire after this, and then Fury should really try to make better fights as being the man of the division.
He did mention the Joe Joyce fight, and I would love that fight.
Well, I'll believe it when I see it.
Same here.
Fury likes to bump his gums and I'll fight this person. And so you know what? I'm done with this. Let's get to the fight that everybody cares about, that actually matters this weekend. So
yes.